True story. Waitressing at my job one night, I got a party of 3 teenage girls and 1 teenage guy. As dismayed as I was to see that I had been sat with the lowest tippers, I kindly approached the table and took their drink order. It was when the girl thanked me that my jaw dropped. "Thanks, honey," she said. Honey? This was the kind of girl I hated in high school. The girl that fell into the upper class of the social hierarchy. This is my biggest pet peeve: high schoolers. Now, I can't say it's all high schoolers that make me mad. It's just the ones that appoint themselves queen or king bee. As a former high schooler, I was made very aware of the hierarchy on day 1 as a freshman. At the bottom, we have our nerds. The nerds are the ones that care more about school, are involved in all the extracurricular activities, work 6 part-time jobs, and travel in rather small groups but are very content with that. In the middle, we have our average Joes. The average Joes are concerned about their GPAs, but not to a grave extent. They travel in rather large packs and are involved in the minimal amount. The top of the social totem pole, the one that drives me the most insane, consists of our from-teen movie preppy kids. They are the cheerleaders, football players, homecoming king and queen, and teacher's pet. They travel around in one large pack and set the social rules for the class. This shouldn't just be my concern. It should be the concern of the high school students today. This kind of submission to the greater students could set a pattern for the rest of their lives. I think this problem is all too difficult and simple to solve at the same time. Let me give you an example. I graduated from Buffalo Grove High School. We have this teacher at BG, whom I would cautiously call a teacher. He basically promoted this behavior. He sponsored a selective spirit group at school, and guess who it consists of? Yes, those high school hierarchy kids. What needs to happen is we need to staff our schools with less teachers that have a horrible high school experience and are looking to live vicariously through the student body, and we need to actually start looking at qualifications. However, it is ultimately up to the students to stop this trend, and I have no suggestion for that. The will to be popular is too strong to break. I can even remember the junior high hierarchy. The cool kids sat in the back of the bus, the less popular kids in the front of the bus. The cool kids ate at the lunch table that was in the front of the room, the less popular kids in the back of the room. I never got to sit in the back of the bus, and I never got to sit at one of those lunch tables. And one may concede that that's why I am so angered over this issue, but that is so far from being right. All of a sudden at BG, people started to lose confidence. They would walk around the halls with their heads down, and they wouldn't attend school dances because they think they didn't belong there. Who made these rules? It's to a point where I fear what will happen next. My parents and parents of my friends speak of how it was their day of high school, and it seems it has only gotten worse. I fear sending my kids to a public school system to only have them ridiculed. Or even worse, I fear them being the ones ridiculing others. This is why this is so important. This is why we need to spend so much time stressing to these kids equality, and they need to spend an even greater amount of time looking at themselves and evaluating themselves. Is it really a good time breaking down other students? Is it? Do you get joy out of seeing other people suffer? And parents, this cannot be completely isolated from you. Have you raised your child like this? Have you taught them such skewed values that they think it's okay and separate the good from the bad in their schools? I know I'm getting off on a far tangent, so allow me to bring this back to an environment we can all relate to. As much as I like saying there isn't any of us at Harper, there's still a very little, and I fear it will only get worse in the working world and even at the 4-year institutions I'm transferred to. We've all noticed that one kid in every class that is too cool to do the assignments or to even participate. The one that ruins lectures because of their necessary in-class discussions. Or maybe you're that kid. Also, I want it to be known that I was a cheerleader and I was prom princess in high school, but I did not want to be popular, and I by no means was. I think I just treated people really well, and when I finally got the recognition I deserved, I took it. I guess what I'm really trying to stress is treat others how you want to be treated. I know that sounds monotonous and repetitive to probably everything you've ever heard. But really, if you're a jerk to someone, it's going to come back around to kick you in the ass.
This time starting with Tori, right?
Wow. I can tell you prepared a lot, considering how fast you spoke and how very little we stumbled. And I liked your subject. To work on, I guess,